Hello everyone and welcome back to another Fortnite video. In this video we have an interview of NickEH30 explaining how he became to be this big streamer that we have today. He also touched topics like if Fortnite is dying or not, and he also explained how he decided or why he decided to be a family-friendly streamer as well. Go and follow Dexter as well. This is where I got the interview from. They upload amazing content every time. I follow them myself and I see really great content from them. I'll leave the links in the description as always. Please guys, make sure to like this video, and also we are super close to 1,800 subscribers, so if you haven't yet, please subscribe. I'll see you in the next one. Until then, bye.
We're here with a very special interview with NickEH30, the good guy of gaming. Nicky, you've just announced that you've joined Luminosity Gaming, and I suppose your fans will want to know how come you decided to get involved in a professional esports organization.
Yep. So one of the big things since I started my channel, it's always been about community. And I think in doing so, there's going to be a lot of cool ways that my community is going to get to enjoy some content, collaborations with people who are already a part of the org, and just really, really cool events. And for example, you guys saw I posted the documentary as an announcement, doing cool stuff like that. You know, I still manage my channel even to this day for videos and all that stuff. So content and quality is my #1 priority. I always make sure that the videos are top notch. And I think this partnership is going to allow for some next level content, which is super important to me.
Luminosity have obviously been growing. We know their parent company as well. There's even rumors they're going to get floated on the NASDAQ, or it might not even be rumors now. I think it might actually be fact. So, you know, what was it about Luminosity that made you decide they were the one? You know, I'm sure you could have created content at any other organization.
Right. So they've just been one of those organizations that I've talked to, and they really have that same emphasis as me, which is community and family. And they really, even from like that first call that I did with them when I was going through different organizations, you could really, really tell they had that that emphasis on family and community. And they really, really cared, right? Like they're so involved in every little thing. For example, I'm going to reference that documentary again. One of the head owners is actually involved in that like editing process, and he wants to make sure, okay, Nick, let's make sure this is good. Let's make sure that's good. And they really care just like I do. And that really stood out to me in my eyes.
So you're known as like a family-friendly streamer. You always have done. I think you even almost make fun of it sometimes. Like when you hear a swear, you'll almost like over-exaggerate and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So what made you decide to be that? And do you think that's been part of your success going down that route?
So it wasn't really like a decision or anything. I mean, don't get me wrong. In the past, I have experimented with like various types of content and, you know, non-family friendly content in a sense. But just throughout the years, I think what's felt most natural is just being who I am. And I think that's a large part in who I've been, you know, been around my whole life. And that's my family. And you know, I never used to swear around them or anything. And it's not a bad thing or anything. I know friends that swear, you know, it's just one of those things that it's just not really something I use in my vocabulary. And I think that's, you know, nothing really too important on why I grew. I think it's a lot of hard work, a lot of dedication, a lot of, you know, hours behind the scenes, and, you know, caring and actually enjoying what you do, because that translates so well into streams and into content. When you love what you do, you want to learn more. You want to know how to better engage your community. You want to know how to better edit videos and go on tutorials and learn that. So I think family friendly has helped in a way, but that's not the biggest thing.
You made a big switch from YouTube streaming over to Twitch. Often it's the other way around. Right. It's been a few months now. How have you found that transition over? You know, what are you enjoying about it, and what are you also disliking?
Yeah, it's actually been over a year, and actually...
Has it? Wow. Okay.
Yeah, so it was actually last September of 2019. And I'm going to say, actually, we almost hit 2 million followers as of right now. So I think it's going amazing. Wow. Yeah, my community was super receptive of it. There was just so many better ways to, for example, we talked about family friendly, to make my community more family friendly and moderate it and make sure it's a welcome, safe environment for young kids, adults, pretty well everyone. Like it's not a place of bullying, not a place of making fun or anything like that. We're all accepting. And I think Twitch allows me to do that really well.
Have you noticed any sort of slow in your progression on your YouTube channel side of things then, not streaming there and instead just uploading videos?
It's actually been, I think, the opposite. So because I've kind of separated the videos and the live streams, I've been able to put separate time and, unique content on my channel that people really look forward to. And I've noticed more engagement with notifications because it's not just stream, and spam. It's quality content when I post it, which people really, really like. And going back to Luminosity, that's one of the things that they're going to help elevate, which I really, really look forward to.
So you are a big Fortnite player. I know you've played other titles as well, but yes, typically speaking, you're the Fortnite guy. You love playing Fortnite. Right. And it feels like a lot of big content creators have kind of almost abandoned the game, or they're just not really playing it at all. And there's been a lot of issues, even the likes of Ninja, right? You don't see him on anywhere near as much. And that was the game that kind of blew him up. So why do you stick with Fortnite? And also, what do you make of people who say that it's dying, which obviously is a ridiculous term because millions of people still play it. But compared to the initial hype, even on an editorial impact, we've seen less people interested. So what makes you keep playing it, and where do you see the state of the game?
So it's like when I started growing my channel, one of the big things that kept me grinding was learning and learning about editing and different kinds of things. Whenever I'm trying to learn something, it really gets me in this cycle where it's like wake up, grind, go to sleep, wake up, grind, go to sleep. And I think as of lately, I've been trying different types of content, different types of, like for example, competitive, and trying to get better at that keeps me motivated where I wasn't so focused on that before, right? So it gets me a little bit more motivated. And I think one of the best tools that Fortnite has, one of the best assets they have is their content creators, their streamers, their influencers, so to speak, people who play the game. And I think as of lately, they've been doing a phenomenal job of getting people who are influencers, who are streamers, who are content creators into the game and back in. And, for example, with Lachlan, he had a skin. I recently got a tournament in game that everyone can see, and they're finally like listening to the community, and they're more passionate about their Twitter, for example. They're constantly posting on the Fortnite competitive handle, and everyone's loving that. And I think they're taking a step in the right direction to really, really boost the morale and make everyone super happy with Fortnite again. And I actually think it's picking up more so than dying.
Do you think that the competitive scene has been hurt by the fact that there wasn't a World Cup this year?
I gotta hand it to Epic. They're one of the only developers that does open tournaments like that with the prize pools that they have. And I don't think that because they didn't have a World Cup, but they had FNCS and they had cash cups and they had like trio cash cups every single day. And that's content, that's competitive. I mean, they were just covering so much ground with that. And you list any other game, there's no other game that does open tournaments and makes it accessible to everyone. Like if you want to grind, you can grind and you can win. You just got to put in the time. And that's the thing that I really, really love about what Fortnite's been doing.
So just to finish off, what would you like to see implemented in Fortnite going forward? How would you like to see it change? And one thing that I've always wondered, and maybe this is just sacrilege to say to a Fortnite player like yourself, but would there be would you be interested in an FPS mode of Fortnite?
I that's a good idea, but would it translate well with first-person editing and build? Like I almost feel like it'd be super disorienting, and it would be really hard to follow.
You could argue that for anyone like a mere mortal like myself, that the current system is a bit disorientated anyway. So maybe it's something you could like adapt to 100%.
Well, I gotta say, some of the best events that Fortnite has done have been like the community voting. For example, in the item shop, they made it at one point where you could actually choose between skins that were gonna come back that you could purchase. They made it one in-game event where you could vote what weapon you could bring back into the game that was vaulted. So I think going back to getting content creators and influencers and streamers involved, what about the players? Like I want more of those, like people who aren't streamers, people who are just playing for fun. Like I want to get them more involved. And I think if they could somehow incorporate voting and bringing back old POIs and even new POIs and stuff like that, somehow integrating it into events, that'd be really cool. So that's what I'd like to see.
Awesome. Well, look, Nicky, thanks for taking the time out. Best of luck with Luminosity. Where can people find you?
They can find me at Twitch streaming every day and on YouTube for the VODs. And of course, now on Luminosity as well.
Appreciate it. Thanks very much.
Thank you so much.